Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. So, as the first presenter for my group, I would like to introduce about myself and also for group member. Firstly, my name is Puan Muhammad Taufik bin Puan Muhammad Ramli, and my matric card number is 2020876609. And for our groups, is consist of four groups member, which is firstly is me, and then we also have Ahmad Asjad bin Zainab Azira, and then Nur Nasrullah bin Nasir, and the last one is Muhammad Hankah Hayat bin Ismail. Okay, so for today we want to present about the zakat and management in facing the COVID-19 consequence. And for information, what I want to highlight from this presentation, which is about the concept of zakat and type of zakat, which is in zakat management in Malaysia, and also explain a little bit about the group of zakat asnaf. Okay, so let us look from the first slide. Okay, of course, most of us are already familiar with the zakat, but I will try to explain in more detail, which is with the concept of zakat and true meaning of zakat. So as we can see from this slide, zakat comes from the Arabic words, which is zakah, which mean clean and pure. And from the meaning of sacred or pure, in the definition of zakat, it means to purify one of the property and save the risk from the being singy and miserly, and purifying themselves from the nature of envy and revenge against them. And zakat also can means blessing, purity, development, and goodness. Okay, for the second point, as we can see, is zakat from the Islamic point of view is curtain property, which is that is issue with the curtains condition to curtains group, which is asnaf. And zakat in term of fiqhiyah can be understood as a curtain amount of property, which is that Allah is obligated to hand it over those entitled when the conditions are sufficient. And for the thirdly, from as we can see, is about law of zakat, which is zakat is the third of the five rules of Islam pillar of Islam, and Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala is obligated his servant to pay zakat, which is fardu ain. And so obligation paying zakat is clearly is impressive in many verse of the Quran and Hadith, which is among them from Surah An-Nur verse 56. A'udzubillahi minasyaitanirrajim. Wa aqimus solah wa atuz zakah wa ati'ur rasul la'allakum turhamun. Sadaqallahul azim. So we move on the next slide, which is about type of zakat. Okay, first of all, it can be observed that zakat management industry, especially in Malaysia, is responsible for all zakat collection. And among the two type of zakat, as we can see, are zakat fitrah and also zakat harta. Okay, for the zakat fitrah is obligatory on every individual Muslim man and woman capable of the specified condition. Firstly, they have a reason for the zakat fitrah have been named. So it because of it aims to purify the soul and body. And for the specified rate of fitrah is 1 gantang. Okay, so we move to the property zakat, or also be named zakat harta. Okay, so for zakat harta is include gold and silver zakat, business zakat, livestock zakat, and others. So it means all minerals obtained from the belly of the earth, whether frozen and or stored on the land or at sea. Okay, beside that, property arm or zakat harta can be paid at any time, while the property zakat rate is 2.5% on the total property. Therefore, can has to be paid when the condition are sufficient, because it's 2.5% of the property that is actually the right of 8 asnaf who are eligible to receive our zakat. And then for the next and the last slide, which is about the group of zakat asnaf. And as we know, in the zakat management in Malaysia, it will be seen there have 8 groups of asnaf who are entitled to be receive zakat collection. So among them, I would like to give a brief explanation about it. Firstly, we have fakir. So fakir can be defined as people who have no property and no income, or have income but the income is not enough to cover basic needs such as food, clothing, shelter and so on, which is suitable according to community habits. Okay, next is miskin. So miskin can be defined as people who have property or livelihood but not enough to meet the needs of himself or his dependent. And for the amil, is a zakat collector who are appointed and assigned by the Islamic government to collect, maintain, and distribute zakat to those who are entitled. And then we also have a mu'alah, which is a new brothers who are boss Islam, which is person who hurt has been tamed by given help, so that is remain to steadfast in their love Islam. And we also have a rikah and garimin. And for garimin is people who are incur debts in the matter that is required by Sharia, such as indebted to meet the basic needs or himself or his dependent. And also we have fisabilillah, which is people who fight in the way of Allah. And the last one is Ibn Sabil, which is it can be defined as travelers who are cut off from expense or supply while roaming to continue wealth, meaning travel and permitted by Sharia. So other than its asnaf group, so they are not eligible and allowed to be entitled to receive a zakat money. So I think that's all for my presentation. So I would like to pass to another group's member. Okay, I think that's all. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Nasrullah bin Nasir, metric number 2020950767. Today I will present about the rule of zakat institution during the COVID period. For this research, we have taken Zakat Collection Center under the Federal Territory Islamic Religious Council as reference to identify the role of zakat institution during the COVID period. Before that, we go to a little background, MAIP and PPZ. MAIP was established on 1 February 1974 as the corporate amil that is responsible for collecting and distribute zakat in the Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya and Labuan. Then Zakat Collection Center was established in 1991 to help streamline administrative matters. Then effort corporatization of the Zakat Collection Center of the Regional Islamic Religious Council, the Federation has given a new and fresh break, streamline in the administration of state zakat. This can be proven increase payer zakat every year in the Malaysia. So let's see role the Federal Territory Islamic Religious Council during COVID-19. The Federal Territory Islamic Religious Council has provided special zakat assistance to help asnaf and B40 facing the impact of COVID-19. There are 10 initiatives below Program MAIP Kasih Asnaf Prihatin 3.0. First initiative, a financial contribution of RM500 to about 3,500 taxi drivers with an allocation of Rm 1.75 million. And the second initiative, about 410 people with disabilities receive a contribution of Rm 500 each, involving an allocation of Rm 2 million. And the third initiative, 2,400 school canteen operators and employees also receive Rm 500, which channel through cooperation with the Malaysian School Canteen Operator Association with an allocation of Rm 1.2 million. And fourth initiative, 800 school bus and van operators also receive a contribution of Rm 500 with an allocation of Rm 400,000. And fifth initiative, Rm 500 to 2,000 security guard, involving an allocation of Rm 1 million. And the sixth initiative, a contribution of Rm 500 was also given to 5,000 night market traders through an allocation of Rm 2.5 million. And seven initiative, COVID-19 emergency assistance, 15,000 automated participant and 5,000 new application. And eight initiative, additional one-off assistance Rm 300 given to about 30,000 recipients of monthly financial assistance, involving an allocation of Rm 9 million. And nine initiative, distribution of free petrol at select petrol station near the Federal Territory to 2,500 food goods couriers with an allocation of Rm 20,000. And the last initiative, below Ma'id, to the student from the Asnaf family, which is 5,000 with an allocation of Rm 9 million, receive laptop assistance. So that's all role the Federal Territory Islamic Religious Council during COVID-19. That's all from me. I will pass this presentation to my friend.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hamka bin Hayat, and I will continue the presentation from my friend, and I will answer the question where is about what are the method adopted by Zakat institution in handling the current distribution of Zakat during COVID-19. Okay, to answering the question given, I like to take the example the management of collection of distribution zakat by Majlis Agama Islam Perlis, where is MIPS. In terms of MIPS effort in zakat management to face the challenges of COVID-19 over a period of 2 years, MIPS have distributed a total of 12,880,317 for the entire program MIPS initiative to address COVID-19 for 2020 and 2021. Okay, the total Rm 4,688,267 were distributed for 2020, while 8,192,050 was distributed for 2021. Okay, next we go to the initiative for zakat collection. Okay, first initiative is electronic media and the official website. For the example, MIPS have carried out several important initiatives. That is distribution of zakat allocation will be shared with the with major electronic media and on the official website of MIPS. It is to attract the attention to the attention of the Muslim community to continue contribute for the welfare of Muslims. The initiative is also to increase transparency in the management of zakat in the state of Perlis. Okay, next initiative is about we can do a zakat payment campaigns. Okay, for example of my zakat payment campaign are also carried out by MIPS either through physical such as in Friday sermons, talks by religious teachers in mosques, and official function organized by MIPS. Okay, the campaign was made visually through electronic media and the official visual website on MIPS to attract the Muslim community and also contribute to zakat institution. The campaign was led by the president of MIPS, the Raja Muda of Perlis, where is Tuanku Syed Fazluddin Putra Ibni Tuanku Syed Sirajuddin Jamalul Lail. Okay, next we go to initiative in zakat distribution, where first initiative we can do by working with various parties to help the effectiveness of zakat distribution. For example, MIPS have carried out several initiatives by working with various parties to help effectiveness of zakat distribution. Among the parties are all the frontliner, missionary, including the state health department, state education department, police, army, and others. Okay, apart from that, MIPS also work with NGO like Amil Zakat, Karya Chairman, and the Mosque Chairman. Okay, next initiative is we can do the facilities in zakat assistance. For example, the cooperation of MIPS with various parties and facilitating the authorities of zakat assistance during COVID-19 can increase the effectiveness of zakat distribution. Okay, this is because the increase in the number of people affected due to the spread of COVID-19 make it difficult for zakat institution to identify and assist the affected parties. Okay, this the initiative is very helpful in reducing the burden of the affected groups.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. So my name is Ahmad Asjad bin Zainal Azira, and my metric number 2020990893. And in this video, I am going to present about the steps taken by zakat institution in dealing with the consequences of COVID-19. So generally, each institution or zakat center is always diligent in helping to distribute aid to those in need. So and there are several steps taken by zakat institution in dealing with the consequences of COVID-19. So one of them is the assistance of the Federal Territorial Islamic Religious Council, which is MAIP. So a total of RM 25.11 million has been channeled to various parties in need through the Musa'adah COVID-19 MAIP program. Then the monthly zakat financial assistance amounting to RM 9.67 million given to 24,196 asnaf was accelerated to the 19th day of each month. This is a step to help and facilitate the economic affairs of the asnaf family who need it for survival. In addition as well, the role of MAIP doesn't stop at asnaf, but assistance is also given to hospitals around the federal territory, a total of RM 3.27 million. Apart from that, additional special assistance of RM 500 per person to 24,196 asnaf was also channeled in addition to the monthly assistance received, which is good assistance that given from the MAIP. Then as much as RM 49,000 is allocated for daily food assistance throughout the BKP given at 7 locations. In terms of saying that, in my opinion, the report release shows MAIP's commitment is very helpful for those in need. So that is the assistance provided by MAIM. Right now, we going to the next institution, which is Selangor Zakat Board Assistance. So Selangor Zakat Board Assistance has allocate RM 11.8 million in special COVID assistance to 27,536 recipients. So Selangor Zakat Board Assistance as well has also provided food assistance to students of the Institute of Higher Learning and Care Centres through 21 institutions around Selangor, which is Selangor Zakat Board 2020. So next we go into the next institution, which is Johor Islamic Religious Council MAIJ Assistance. Additional cash assistance to Asnaf was given in addition to the accelerated monthly assistance to ease the burden of Asnaf in the state of Johor. In addition, RM 310,000 was spent on provide one-off assistance to individuals who have tested positive for COVID-19 and their family members, as well as to the families or next of kind of patient who have died as a result of COVID-19. Alright, so we already know about the steps taken by each zakat institution in dealing with the consequences of COVID-19. So right now we are going to look at the result of innovative steps taken by zakat institution in dealing with the consequences of COVID-19 that we have been talking before. So assistance and distribution provided by zakat centers have a positive impact, as we know, on zakat recipients. According to Padmawati Haji Ibrahim 2006, the effect of zakat distribution on the distribution of opinion among zakat recipients from poor asnaf fakir gives a good effect. Based on his study as well, with this distribution of zakat, the imbalance in incoming distribution among the poor asnaf is successfully reduced. And also, this can only be done when everyone who is obligated to pay zakat fulfills his social responsibility to society. So I think that's all from me. So I'm gonna pass this presentation to the next presenter. So Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Okay, in fact, there are various other methods that can be adopted by zakat institution in handling the distribution of zakat during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are also other zakat institution that use other method according to their own opinions. What is important is the effort made by the government in developing the institution of zakat in order to continue the Islamic law.